everyone. So today I'm going to be trying out and reviewing the new Bounce Curl Define brush. And now this isn't a brand new brush. It has been out for a little while. However, I'm just getting around to trying it. And for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. Before I get into the demonstration part of this, let's just talk about the design of this brush because I happen to think it's brilliant. Honestly, I wish I would have come up with this because I have a feeling this is going to work out really well. I haven't watched anybody else's videos or reviews or anything like that on it because I just wanted to come into this with a clean slate without expectations, but I really think that this is a very brilliant design, and I'm going to go over some of the features. First thing that I noticed when I picked up this brush is that it's got a little bit of heft to it, not so much that it's heavy, but it's got the feeling of quality. Like, this is a brush that does not feel like it's flimsy or that it's going to break. It is a really good quality feeling brush. The brush design has a cushion, which means it has a little bit of give. So it's not going to yank and pull and break your hair very easily because of that give. And then we've got the nylon bristles with the little ball caps to keep from scratching your scalp, which is important because those scratches could get infected. And then surrounding each of those bristles, we have boar bristles, which can help smooth and polish the hair. And I feel like this is a really good amount of those in there. It's not too many to where it's just too densely packed, but it's a good amount to, like I said, to do the smoothing and the polishing. And then also the amount of bristles in general is pretty good too, because your hair is able to glide through easily. But these boar bristles will give a little bit of tension, and they are kind of spaced enough to where it should provide some tension. And you're going to be kind of flicking your wrist anyway so that you can run your hair through these little notches all the way around the edge, which is then going to help separate and clump and define your hair. So all the way around, these are just some really great design features in this brush that I think will make it a really good brush for defining pretty much any type of wave, curl pattern, and texture of hair. But I haven't tried it yet myself, so that's what this video is about. This is my prediction that I think this is going to be a really great brush. So let's find out if my prediction is correct. Because I want to see the results of the brush, I want to know if the results I'm getting are from the brush and not the products. I am going to be using products that I know and love and use frequently and know what the results are that I get from those products so that I can determine whether or not the results I'm getting are because of the brush and not because of the products. So I'm going to be using the Bounce Curl Avocado and Rose Clump and Define Cream because why not go with a Bounce Curl theme? And I really do like their Light Hold Cream Gel with this. This is one of my favorite creams. I did pick up their Defining Butter along with this brush, but like I said, I don't want to be trying out a brand new product with this brush because I want to know if it's the brush or the products. So I will be sticking to my tried and true Clump and Define Cream instead of trying that in this video. I will be trying that out in a different video in the future. And then I will also be using the Surface Curls Firm Styling Mousse, the Verb Sea Spray, and then a hairspray. And I haven't decided if I want to use the Surface Impulse Spray or the InnerSense I Create Finish. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that out when we get there. And if you're new here and you're thinking these seem like a lot of products, yes, I do use a lot of products. I use a small amount of each product. At the end, my hair does not feel producty. And the reason I do this is because each product is designed to do something specific, and expecting one product to do all of it with just more of it doesn't exactly work very well. Each product will do exactly what I need it to do in a much smaller amount so that my hair doesn't feel producty and I can get the results that I'm trying to achieve. My hair is now sectioned out, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with the cream, and I'm going to take about that much for this bottom section here. And I like to do my hair in 3 sections like this, so ear to ear, and then this part around the middle, and then the top. And I emulsify the cream in my hands and then evenly distribute it through my hair, starting more at my mid-lengths, working through the ends. And then once it's kind of applied there, I'll bring it more up towards my roots because I do want some of it at my roots. I just don't want the highest concentration of the cream being up at my roots, because I want the benefits of the clumping and the defining and the frizz control, but I don't want my roots to get weighed down. And now it is time to test out this brush. So it does glide through quite nicely, but yet I feel that there's definitely a small amount of the drag because of, or tension, because of the boar bristles in there, like I had mentioned that I thought there would be. And there absolutely is, but it's not too much. It's not anything to where it's going to really kind of snag at your hair or pull at your hair. It's actually a really good amount. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing smaller sections. And you could actually use the end of this brush, that's what this point is for, is to section the hair. On myself, I just use my fingers to section my hair. However, on other people, I would absolutely use this to section. Yeah, this makes such a nice, smooth surface. And then you just kind of give it a little bit of a twist, and you can see all of those separations from those notches. And we've got perfect tension and some nice separation and clumping. I don't know if you can see it, but how it's just kind of falling into some really, really nice clumps. So they're not too large, they're not too small, which is great. And I think you can actually see on this side a little bit better because you have the door behind it, so you can kind of see the contrast of my darker hair against the light color of the door. And you can see kind of how they're falling into some nice curl clumps. And so now I'm just going to let my hair fall into my palm and kind of bring it up and give it a gentle squeeze. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that one that got away. I just do gentle squeezing here. No need for violent scrunching here because all of that will cause frizz, and this brush has done a great job of smoothing everything out and creating a nice frizz-free foundation as you move forward. So the last thing you want to do is be creating your own frizz at this point. As I move up sections, because my hair is starting to dry a little bit more than what I want it to be, I am going to go through and spray it with a little bit of water to get it wetter. I do prefer styling my hair a little bit wetter as opposed to more dry or more just damp. It's just what works best for the coarseness of my hair and my hair's density. And then I'm going to grab another blob of the curl cream, emulsify and apply. And then I brush that through for even distribution, and then start sectioning my hair yet again for brush styling. I smooth it a few times first, and then apply tension and style. And then do the same thing with the kind of scrunching or gentle squeezing to encourage everything to start curling up or waving or whatever it's going to do, depending on what my hair does these days. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Wet it down, curl cream, apply, evenly distribute, section, smooth, style, shake, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And then now I'm moving up to the top and I'm wetting it down, and I'm actually going to brush that through first before putting the cream in. And I actually style the top of my hair in kind of two sections here, as kind of section it off and apply the cream to each one of these and style them separately. And I just twist this front part just to kind of hold it together and get it out of my way until I can get some cream out and apply it to that back section. And again, I kind of do this just because this is what works best for the density of my hair, is to kind of separate it out and allow me to make sure I get enough product, but not too much product, and get even distribution and proper styling. And then the other thing that I do when I am working on the top section is that I lift up. So around my whole head, I was going out at a 90-degree angle in order to keep my hair from getting stuck to my scalp so that I can get some lift in volume. And I just take some sections across the top and kind of let my hair fall where it's going to fall. I don't really like to create a part because then I find that it actually gets kind of flat wherever that part is. So the only place that I really put a part is in the very front here, and I'll show you that when I get there. But right now this section needs a little bit of curl cream. Emulsify, apply, distribute, section, smooth, style, and this is where I kind of create my part. I do kind of an off-center part, and I create it with my fingers. And I just take this one over here, brush through and style. And I'm doing this towards my face. I just find that that works the best with this front section here. And now that the top is done, I am gonna still continue to kind of scrunch, but I'm gonna do it from all angles, leaning my head to the side so that I'm able to scrunch all the way up to the roots. And again, we're being gentle, no violent scrunching. Lifting and giving a squeeze. And you can even flip your head forward, kind of squeeze at the roots to encourage root curl, and lifting and squeezing. This is also going to help with a little bit of volume too. And now we're gonna move on to applying our gel, and I'm gonna get a decent sized blob and just kind of smooth and glaze it over. And when I'm doing this with my fingers, I'm spreading my fingers out and I'm allowing my hair, the curl clumps, to kind of fall in between my fingers, but I'm not raking my fingers in between my hair and breaking everything up that the brush just put in there. I'm allowing it to fall into my fingers instead. And then I'm going to also go ahead and scrunch it in after I've glazed it on. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, glazing it over, allowing it to fall between my fingers, kind of patting it up at the top because I do want gel up at the top so that I can get the benefits of the gel at the top, but yet not have so much product that it's going to weigh my hair down. And because I always tend to miss a spot right here in the back, I'm grabbing just a little bit more and making sure that I get that spot and everything is nice and coated, including up in the front. And I'll even kind of flip back over and scrunch whatever's left in my hands into my hair. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the mousse, and I'm gonna do this in the same way that I applied the gel. So I've got a decent sized blob, just kind of glazing it over, bringing it in, scrunching and scrunching, and same on the other side, glazing, scrunching. And you can see we've got some nice clumping and definition happening already. And I'm adding some of the Verb Sea Spray. I've absolutely been loving sea sprays lately. My hair has gotten really soft and slippery, and this just really helps give my hair a little bit of grit and grip and some texture. And finally, to add the hairspray, I decided to go with the Surface Hairspray, just because this one is the one that I am the most familiar with and use the most, because again, I really want to see if the results that I'm getting are from the brush and not from the products. With all the products applied, I'm now going to go ahead and diffuse my hair using this method right up here. If you want to check that out, I'll be right back. These are my diffused results, and I'll give you a close-up look. I do have some frizz, that's to be expected. Frizz happens, it's just a part of naturally curly, wavy life. The only thing that I do is I try to avoid causing my own frizz, because I do know that I'm gonna get some frizz and that's fine, but I don't want to be the cause of my own frizz. So I do have some frizz, however, my hair is looking really, really nice and defined, and I've got some nice springy curls. And now I made a video up here about how my hair has been changing because of perimenopause. So my hair went from curlier to a bit straighter, and that's what I have on the ends. And then now you can kind of see, or maybe not see, that it is starting to come in curlier up at the roots, because for a while this was really straight up and through here, and I have a lot more curl going on up in the front, and this is doing, I don't know what that's doing. It's just got a life of its own. But so my hair seems to be changing yet again. And I feel like this brush really helped to kind of bring out some of that root curl up there. And you can kind of see that it's curlier up here, and then the end barely does anything at all. And that's just because this is the new growth that's coming in. That's what my hair is changing to. The straighter stuff on the ends is what it was. So, and it's all due to hormonal changes because of perimenopause. I had somebody comment on that video saying, yeah, my hairdresser says that gray hair goes straighter. That's actually not entirely correct. This has nothing to do with my gray hair. It has everything to do with hormones, because I have had this amount of gray hair ever since I was 26, and gray hair doesn't automatically go straighter. Some people actually get curlier hair when it's gray. It has very little to do with the fact that it's gray, and has more to do with the hormonal changes of perimenopause for women especially. So that's what's going on, but I go into more detail about all of that in that video if you want to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the Verb Ghost Oil as per usual. I don't have any crunch in my hair to scrunch out. None of these products give my hair any kind of a cast. And here are the final results with the serum applied. And I just glazed it over, scrunched it into the ends, and then gave my roots a little bit of a shake. And you can see that even though I have all of this great definition throughout my hair from the brush and a minimal amount of frizz after all of that scrunching and shaking, I still have a decent amount of volume. So the definition did not rob my hair of any volume whatsoever, which is great. And then because somebody asked to see the back of my hair, I'm going to show you the back. Hopefully you're able to see it. So here is the back. So my predictions with this brush that this was going to be a really great design and give me really good results was definitely spot on. It is a great design. I mean, this is a very well thought out brush with the bristles and the cushion and these notches, and every part of this brush is such a great design. Like I said, I wish I had thought of it. It is a really good brush, and I would recommend everybody giving it a try. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the success of a product kind of depends on the overall results that you're trying to achieve. While some people might be looking for more of a fluffy, voluminous style and aren't as worried about definition, then this may not be the styling tool for you. You might just want to use your fingers and allow your hair to kind of fluff up a lot on its own. For those of you who are looking for more definition and better clumping, then this is going to be a great tool for you. And that goes with a lot of different products, is you really have to consider what your end result is and choose the products and the tools that are going to help you get there. Because if you choose something that's for definition and longevity or hold or whatever, and that's not what you're looking for, you're not going to like the results. And while I do think this is universal for pretty much everybody, there might be some people out there that this brush does not work for as well, because everybody's hair is completely different. But I do feel like anyone from finer haired individuals to coarser hair individuals can definitely benefit from this brush. I think maybe if you have really fine hair that is very low density, this might clump it a little too much and define it a little too much for your hair if what you're looking for is to try to achieve more fullness rather than definition. This might rob you of that. It's difficult to say because I've only tried this once. I haven't tried it with a multitude of different products, but my thoughts is that if you do have very fine, very low density hair, that this could potentially clump it a little too much and make your hair then consequently look a little sparse versus full, just because of the nature of what this does. Overall, I am really happy with this brush. Be prepared to see a lot more of this brush in future videos when doing my reviews or doing Shop My Stash curly combo videos, which if you've never watched any of those, that is where I just pick my products on camera and I explain why I'm picking the products I am, why I'm combining the products that I am, and then I show you the final results, and oftentimes I show you the next day results as well. So if you're looking to combine products and don't know where to start, that video series might be a good inspiration for you. Hopefully you found this review helpful. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.